Yeah, I really value the mentoring piece of work with students. I like the connection that I have with both graduate and undergraduate students. I think part of why I value that is because I had mentors along the way, and I'm in part in this position because of people who've helped me along the way. So I really like that sort of mutually beneficial relationship, and I hope I'm a role model to them in applying research and theory to real problems. I think that's really at the heart of what I'm trying to do, is really affecting change with families in a real way and not being so removed from that aspect of it. So I hope that through that relationship that they're learning that from me, and hopefully feel inspired to do whatever they're passionate about too. I think at the broadest level, I'm driven to discover solutions to problems that are unique to families today. So thinking about challenges like the widening social class divide or the opportunity gap, and thinking about how we might have practical but also innovative solutions to those problems, or supporting families who are facing those problems. So coming from a family science background, I'm thinking about systemic solutions to those problems. So most of my research is examining social support, social networks, human connections, and youth mentoring as strategies for supporting families who are facing those challenges that I think are unique to the world that we live in today. One aspect of research that's more specific than the broad focus of finding solutions to problems is I test mentoring-based interventions for vulnerable populations. So these are going to be interventions where the relationship between an adult and a child is vital to the effectiveness of the program. And I study those types of programs for children in foster care, children or adolescents involved in the juvenile justice system, children who are living in poverty or homeless for any number of reasons. And so trying to understand what type of mentoring relationship or mentoring intervention model might be most effective for those children. And my hope would be that those interventions would have a direct impact on families. So youth mentoring in particular is a unique intervention strategy, and that we think about it as a two-generational intervention. The youth obviously has a direct impact, hopefully, from the benefit of the mentor. So the mentor is benefiting the child. But the mentor and mentee relationship is also benefiting the parent, because the parent is getting another adult to support the development of their child. And if we believe that it takes a village to raise a child, then we have to begin to find solutions for building that village when it's not there. So in short, I'm really interested in studying and finding solutions to building those villages and understanding some of the barriers to building villages, particularly for disadvantaged families. So in all of the work that I do, it really is community-based. And in Minnesota, we have a state partnership for youth mentoring organizations. So I work collaboratively with them and organizations that are affiliated with the partnership to test their interventions. I think doing this type of research requires you to have relationships with organizations. So students who work in my lab as a graduate or an undergraduate is going to have opportunity to connect with executive directors of organizations, frontline staff of organizations, and working collaboratively and trying to tackle some of these issues, or working collaboratively to do an evaluation of their program. So there's direct contact, but then there's also indirect contact that students may have with an organization through writing a report or summarizing research results in a way that's more tangible. So again, that sort of application of research to practice, I think, is really a goal of mine in my research lab. So students have an opportunity to do that in both direct and indirect ways.